Aaron, where are you? Where is Aaron right now? You done messed up, Aaron!
Aaron is here for another Mondays with Mike and Mark. Welcome, everybody. How are you guys doing?
Doing good.
Good.
Doing
Thanks
good.
for having me.
We need an intro.
I know.
You're the only guy that gets shouted out at the start of the show. What's with that? You need to get him to do another edition that has Mark and Mike.
So I wonder if is that Michael Keegan? Michael Keegan Key, is that who that is, right? That's Michael Keegan Key. I wonder, what's that app where you can pay to have celebrities give you little messages?
It's called Cameo.
Cameo. If he's on Cameo,
You could get him to do it.
I bet she's not on Cameo.
Yeah, he's too big.
The vast majority of real celebrities are not on Cameo.
Well, I don't know. I've seen it both ways.
Well, yeah, the big people are not on Cameo.
That's true.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So let's see. Hold on. Here we go. Getting it started strong. Anthony Spurgeon. What do you guys think? Spurgeon or Spurgeon?
Spurgeon.
Spurgeon
it is. Mike, what was it like to shoot We Stand Tall? I did a live stream about the We Stand Tall video just before, like, less than an hour ago. So
yeah, I know. My favorite subject. Just love talking about it. No.
Mike's grooving and moving. You know, Mike was one of the more animated people than everybody else.
Well, Mike was, but also Marty was like, his heart and soul was in it.
Okay, it's like one of those things where everybody is required to participate, and lack of participation is not an option, and you just go and do whatever the fuck it is that you're being asked to do, and then go back to the grindstone. I mean, it wasn't particularly enjoyable. It wasn't particularly, not enjoyable. It was just one of those things. It was relatively easy to, it's really nice. I love seeing this.
But guys, hold on. This is, here we go. 1 second. Boom, Shelly Miscavige right there.
Right. I mean,
yeah.
It's really interesting looking at these people in this video. That's Shelly who's disappeared. Next to her is Hara. She's gone. I don't know where she is. Maybe she's still in RTC. Next to that is James Byrne, who's been put out to pasture doing like briefings from 55 years ago when I was with Ron. And then it's Ray Midoff, who has been disappeared. Then it's Mark Yeager, who has been disappeared. Keep it rolling.
And a lot of those people, that guy that's right next to Ray Midoff, that's Mark Fisher. Up there.
Yeah, behind.
Now behind Mark Yeager.
Yep. That's what's the name? CS, not CS6, but whatever. And Sherry Murphy, and right between Ray, and that's Darnell Bloomberg, I think, back there. Is that Darnell?
Yeah, this right behind, next to Mark.
Yeah,
that's Darnell. Yeah, that's Larissa's sister, right?
Yeah, and Dave Bloomberg's wife.
Yeah,
and then carry on. There's Yeager, and then Mark Ingber in the glasses right next to him. Between them is, who the hell is that?
That's the girl that used to be an exec int, right?
Yeah,
Div
can't
6
remember her name. And then Barbara is back there, the
Barbara
Treasury Sec RTC.
Barbara Griffin.
Yeah. And then the Mark Ingber has also disappeared. Then me, then Dave in that magnificent Hermes sweater.
Yeah, I tried to find that. I tried to find that Hermes sweater. I couldn't find it anywhere.
And then there's Greg Wilhair, and behind Greg Wilhair is, can't remember her name.
Is that Lucia?
No.
But isn't that Shelly behind him on the other side?
Yeah, Shelly Correas.
Yeah.
No longer in the SO. and then that girl that was in Exec Strata 2 and also in CMO, I can't remember her name, and then Marty, of course, and Guillaume, who's also disappeared.
Yeah.
Like Guillaume, he's like way off to the side there.
Yeah, well, if you look at who the people are,
they're senior
it's
to him.
Dave, and then
Cheryl Azevedo was the other girl.
Yeah, Wilher and Marty, who were RTC Inspector Generals, Ray Midoff and Yeager, who were RTC Inspector Generals. So there was Inspector General Tech, which was Ray, Inspector General Admin, which was Yeager, Dave, Deputy Inspector General Greg Wilher, and Inspector General Ethics Marty Rathbun.
Right.
Yeah, so that was basically the entire RTC lineup there.
Yeah.
Right. And, you know, I was strategically positioned behind Dave because at that time I was like involved in everything that was going on that was important.
Oh, and Mike, of course, we missed Heber.
Yeah,
Heber's back there, but everybody knows who he is.
Yeah.
He's also been disappeared, now in a nursing home.
So how many inches tall is the box Miscavige is standing on here?
I don't remember.
It was just an apple box, which an apple box is a standard size in the cinematography world, but I think it's about 6 to 8 inches.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe
Greg Hughes back there too.
Where's Greg Hughes?
Yeah, he's right above Dave's
With the
head.
Afro, right
there?
Yeah.
The afro.
Wow.
Yeah, we should do a map of we could do stills and we could just name every single person.
Yep.
That is amazing. Oh, wait, I don't want that view. We want that view. There we go.
Oh.
Okay, so here's one completely hypothetical question. If a couple had a child while in the SO and then they are declared, is the child automatically an SP as well?
It doesn't really work like that, but if a couple did have a child in the SO, then they would get sent to what's called a Class 5 organization, and then they would work at the Class 5 organization and raise their kid, and when their kid's old enough, then they are supposed to go back to the Sea Org. That's the way it used to be. But then most of those people, once they get a taste of the real world, they never go back. There's very few that go back.
Right. But sort of an answer to this question, my 2 children are still in the SO and they are not declared SP.
Right. Yeah.
That's
true. If you're a minor child, you don't automatically get declared with your parents, but it does create for complicated personal relationships. That's for sure.
Yeah. That kid's not going to a Scientology school if your parents are both SPs.
No,
Right.
he ain't going to Washburn or Clearwater Academy or Delphi.
And he's not going on
good.
course, and he's not getting any counseling, and he's not doing any Scientology.
Because they'll go to a school where they'll actually get an education. So.
Right. Oh,
This is a good one.
Interesting question.
Which of these events did the most damage to Scientology? The Debbie Cook email, the Going Clear film, the Truth Rundown, or the Aftermath series? Thank you, Jerry Nodine, for this question. It's a good one.
It is a good one.
I think it's
I'm
in
very
that
biased.
exact order. Aftermath, Truth Rundown, Going Clear, and then Debbie Cook.
Meaning, which one did the most damage?
Aftermath.
Yeah, I would agree with that because of the length of time.
And also the amount of people that it reached.
Right. Just the persistent every week, here's another episode more. I'm not sure about Truth Rundown or Going Clear, which I would put first. I mean, it's a bit of the chicken and the egg because the Truth Rundown in some ways was the thing that launched
Going Clear.
Going Clear, you know, Larry Wright and Going Clear, but then that Going Clear gave such credibility because it was HBO and because Larry Wright was such a recognized, credible author. And so, I don't know. The Debbie Cook email had a big impact internally on people, but not externally.
Yeah.
Right. So kudos to Mark.
I told you I know.
Spurgeon.
It's funny because I know Spurgeon, who was the and still is, I think, Mike Spurgeon, the head of CLO Canada. and he is Spurgeon. That's why I thought it was the other way.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
That's every
whatever.
time. That's how they get you. Okay. Mike
That's how they
H.
get you.
Mike H. We're going to assume it's Mark H. What hair gel do you use?
You
Stop
know,
being-
I'm going to tell you. And the only reason I use it is because it's called Mode. That's it. I've actually bought it when I was with Mike in Washington, D.C.
I remember that.
We were at a hair salon and they had it right there. And I go, what's the name of your hair gel? And they go, it's called Mode. And I'm like, give me 4 bottles of that right away, please. Thank you.
That was at the mall, right?
Yeah, I still have it.
At Tyson's Corner Mall.
Yeah, I still have it. I still have I think I have 1 or 2 bottles left.
Very nice.
Okay.
I'm very on brand.
Kelsey Dunleavy, AA Run. Have you seen the new Paramount Plus commercial with Key doing the AA Run skit again? I have seen it, and I haven't adopted it because I still think the original is the best. I don't love the new one, but I love the original.
But how many people texted you that after it came on?
A lot of people.
Because I know I did.
Yeah. Okay. Someone asked about Marty Rathbun. I want to see Mike roll his eyes.
Oh my God. Last night we did a live mic and like 4 people asked about Marty in the comments. And I'm just like, I think I might just have to do a permanent video that's always playing. Like it could be the intro video for my channel that says, Marty's not in, he's not out. He's doing his own thing. Scientology did something to make him stop. And that's the end of it. That's all we know. Stop asking.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
funny.
How do we do? Dunjika? What do you guys have? I'm guessing Dunjika.
I don't try to pronounce the letters and the numbers and all that people's names. It's just Dunjika 77 because there was already 76 Dunjikas that was signed up before.
I'm just here to declare my ginormous crush on Mike.
Or she was born in 77.
Arrow balls emoji.
What? That's a heart.
Oh, God.
Mark H. Sorry, King Day at work. What?
Yeah, he also spelled my name wrong again. It's Mark with a C.
Was Jason Guest the same person who asked the question the first time? And
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
He said Mike H, and then he changed it to Mark H with the K.
Yeah.
So he has to give another super chat to get it right.
Folly Beach USA. I wonder if SNL would still parody this today with Chloe Fineman as a cast member. Oh,
Sure.
I think,
Absolutely.
Yeah, they'd make her and they'd make her sing up front. They'd do a whole segment.
Oh, guys, I didn't even tell you. So earlier today, I did a live stream with We Stand Tall and then the SNL parody. And NBC copyright struck the SNL parody. So they took down the live stream. So I redid the live stream with just the We Stand Tall. So it's been SNL does not appreciate their material being used. But
wow.
And someone had also asked, do you think the fact that they do Scientology jokes like this might be why Tom Cruise has never hosted SNL? What do you guys think about that?
I think that's probably likely.
Also, he's not known for his sense of humor.
Right. And I don't think that Lorne Michael is a big fan of Scientology. Just given what I know about the number of people that have come out from that cast who are very, very anti, like they don't have a good opinion of Scientology generally in the sort of the realm of Saturday Night Live. So I don't think so. I don't think that Cruise would go on it either because they did that parody. I think that if he said, "Oh, Dave, I got invited to do be the host of SNL," he'd go, "What? And then you're going to appear in fucking South Park next?"
Yeah,
like, it would be like, no.
Would Dave talk to Tom like that?
No, but I don't think it would ever even come up. I don't even think that would even happen.
I'm just wondering, is that sort of, do they have the type of relationship where Dave would actually give Tom like a hard time about something and Tom would like acquiesce? Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, Jenny Linson is in that thing.
No,
she is in it?
Oh, I don't think she was at the base then.
I think she was at the very beginning of it, no?
Actually,
No.
Jenny Linson was still in Clearwater back in the early 90s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think she was, wasn't she in CW when that was done?
Maybe. I didn't even remember what year it was.
Grace
like
wants to know, how did they determine who had the honor of being in this video? Well, that was pretty much the whole Int base, was it not?
Pretty much.
It's just who got the honor of standing in front.
Well, the gold, a lot of the gold guys weren't in there.
It was Int.
It was Int, only Int, not Gold.
Management.
Which
Gold
was
Gold shot it and produced it, but Int was the star. They were the stars. They were the
RTC, CMO Int, and Exexstrata.
There
And
you
maybe
go.
CMO Gold was in there somewhere. I don't know.
Now, you guys, you speak from the perspective of someone who was at Int. I'll let you guys know if I've never said this. As a lifelong staff member and Sea Org member, I never knew that anyone at Int differentiated between Int and Gold. We considered Gold and Int to be one of the same. We didn't know that the Gold was considered like the schmucks. We had no idea.
Well, yeah, and the gold guys took advantage of that when we went to where you guys were. We were like, yeah, we're from Int. So, get me my Raisin Bran.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we didn't let on that we were the schmuckos of the Int base at all. We loved it.
Okay, KG wants to know, what's DM's end game? If he doesn't do auditing or OT levels, he knows it's all nonsense and there's no OT 9 to 10. Why is he doing all this? 30-second answer. What do you think?
For the power.
For the power.
Yeah.
He has absolute power over an enormous number of people, can click his fingers and get whatever he wants and go wherever he wants and do whatever he wants, other than going outside. But he is in a position of enormous privilege and enormous authority, and he wants to keep it that way.
He's the king of the Keebler elves, Aaron. How else can you get to that position in the real world besides there?
That's right. Hey, check this one out. Janet Hundley's asking, I've been wondering about Mary Kahn. I haven't seen or heard anything about her for several years, and I wondered how she is and any updates. Mary Kahn's one of our great friends. We hang out all the time.
We all had dinner with her 2-3 weeks ago.
Right.
Yeah.
All three of us. She's doing great.
And if you go to my blog, she often comments on my blog.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
And-
she's around.
Yeah, the reason you don't see her is because she doesn't have a YouTube channel. She's not on a TV show. She doesn't have a podcast. So she's just Mary.
And she
But,
is
but
genuinely
I have
doing
been
fine.
I have been wanting to do another chat with Mary now that the channel's bigger about her OT level stories, because they're amazing. Her experience on the ship, the last time she was on the ship doing OT8, is an amazing story. Yeah, no, Mary's doing great. Both Mary and David, we see them all the time. Okay, so let's see here. Rebecca, my 42nd birthday and the 37th anniversary of LRH's death next Tuesday. Does that mean I'm his body Thetan?
Ooh, wow. I doubt it.
Never say never. But
Never say never. No, you're not. Don't worry. Don't do anything rash.
if you had been his body Thetan, then that means somehow you got cleared, which means you must have a lot of memories of walking around on LRH's body. And so, yeah.
I was going to they have this new thing on YouTube, which is YouTube Shorts. And I was going to do a video that was, that detailed L. Ron Hubbard's dental hygiene routine. And it was going to go something like this. Okay, that was it.
Okay, Jen Nelson, I see your comment, but I'm not going to take it up right now. I'm not taking up any Tony or Chris questions tonight. That's what tomorrow is for. Okay, Goldie, here we go. Is there still action against Narconon? Are people still supposed to contact Graham Barry? What is this referring to?
There was a lot of people suing Narconon for like mostly parents and relatives of people that either died at Narconon or had a bad experience or didn't get off drugs, etc., etc. And I'm pretty sure that Graham Barry was handling some of those. And in most cases that I know of, Narconon just turned into a check writing company. They stopped getting people off drugs, and they just started sending checks to people that used to go there. So I think they have one in is it in Ojai, Mike? That new one that used to be Larry Hagman's house, the guy from the actor
Dallas.
from the 70s and 80s.
Dallas.
There you go.
Dallas.
I thought he was from Bewitched.
Oh, he might have been on that too. No, that was another guy.
I Dream a Genie.
Maybe it was I Dream a Genie. I thought that was Steve something or other. I don't know.
Well, there was a few of them. Either way,
I'm not big on TV shows from when I was in the Sea Org.
that's true. Either way, they have like a really exclusive celebrity Narconon, and other than that, I think all the other Narconons have either closed or they're running on fumes.
There's one in Clearwater called Narconon Suncoast on Sunset Point and Kings Highway, but I will say, let me say something about Graham Barry. Probably no attorney in the world has more experience and success in getting people their money back or getting settlements from Scientology than Graham Barry.
No doubt.
We've sent people to him who we've helped leave Scientology. The Aftermath Foundation has helped leave Scientology, and Scientology's terrified of getting a letter from Graham Barry.
I think they have a standing policy. If there's a letter from Graham Barry, you get the check out and you write him a check, because he's sent them. I've seen it. He's sent them letters, and within a week he's getting a check. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
So if you want to sue Narconon, just look up Graham Barry on the internet and contact him. He's got a website and all that good stuff. And
he does have like a very, very high success rate, and they have fair gamed the hell out of Graham Barry, and I'm pretty sure he's told a lot of those stories. But regardless, he's getting it's coming back. The karma train's coming back around to him now.
Yeah, there's something to be said. Scientology has essentially created a lawyer who is impervious to their shenanigans because they've already thrown so much at him. Kind of like us. There's nothing they can do to make us go away because they've already used everything they had.
Yeah, and any new stuff they come up with. Did I tell you guys? Somebody told me the latest thing they added. They do these videos.
Yeah.
About the crackers. Did I tell you guys about the crackers that I licked? Supposedly, I licked some crackers. I think they were on my desk, and I licked the salt off. And then some girl complained she ate them. And then I said, "Hey, what happened to my crackers?" And she said, "Oh, I ate them." I said, "I licked all the salt off of those." And that's one of my crimes in Scientology. I'm a dirty cracker licker.
Oh, now I'm gonna get demonetized. No, I'm just kidding.
So yeah, they're definitely running out of juice on these hate sites. Yeah. If they're down to cracker licking.
By the way, I always forget to start
these videos
videos
out. I never heard of that as a thing.
I didn't either. I thought somebody was joking, and I was like, "Yeah, I lick crackers." I was like, "What are you talking about? Do I look like I lick crackers?" No, I eat the whole cracker. And then they said, "No, I saw that on your hate site." And I said, "Oh my God, no, you didn't." They said, "I seriously did. There's a video of you on there. There's a video of some girl complaining that you licked some crackers that she ate." And I was like, "What? How is this even a thing?" And also, where are we getting access to crackers at the base? Like, that's not even a thing.
I don't know.
Anyway.
People are complaining you're talking too loud, Mark.
I am? Well, Aaron was complaining I was talking too low.
I have that problem with you in real life.
I hear you guys fine. Don't.
Okay, I'll push the mic away.
Sometimes, and I'm not leveling any accusations towards anyone specifically in the chat, it is a thing on YouTube to say in the chat that there's something wrong with the sound so that people will constantly interrupt their live stream to mess around with the sound. I'm just saying.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
It's all making sense.
Don't fall for
now.
it. That's how they get you.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Now that Mike knows, he'll keep his trap shut.
Okay, Renee HB, my 14-year-old son and I are listening to Mike's book on Audible. We are riveted, and only up to 1976. My son turned to me in the car on the way back from tennis tonight and asked, "Do you think Hubbard truly believed his own BS?"
That's awesome.
That is
You're doing it right, Renee. Whatever you're doing, you're doing it right. That's awesome. That made my day. That really did make my day.
Me too.
So I do think the last part there is a genuine question, though. So, and there's another one we answer all the time, but it's one of these things. This is the internet. You could do a million videos, you're still going to get the same question. So, Mike, do you think Hubbard believed his own BS?
Yeah, I do. I think in the end he bought his own bullshit. I mean, he was having Sarge running around looking for BTs on gate posts and building meters to blow up his, his BTs. So
wasn't he going to hook up a car? Wasn't he going to hook up a car battery to himself to try to electroshock the body thetans? That was one of the Surge stories.
Yeah, Sarge.
Yeah.
Sarge was supposed to build an e-meter that would put enough electric volts through him that it would blow off all the BTs, but also kill him at the same time.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes. You got to be a believer to ask somebody.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say.
It's not like he was doing it on stage as a performance. It was, in the
he
desert.
Was in his
on a
Bluebird motorhome.
Whatever.
Right.
Okay, so here's a good one. Fee in the Shed. Was your health affected due to lack of food and long working hours? You guys had this more than I did. I had lack of sleep, but I never lacked for food. You guys know me. If there's food, I'm eating it. But what are your thoughts on this?
I don't think there was lack of food. It just wasn't the healthiest diet. It was a very high starch and chicken. That was it. Starch and chicken was pretty much our diet at the base. We had chicken like 27 times a week. I don't even know if there's 27 meals in the week, but we had chicken 27 times a week. So, and we had a lot of rice and a lot of noodles and a lot of bread. Right? Does that make sense, Mike? That rings true.
Yeah. And beans.
And beans, yeah, and beans.
But I think Mike specifically seems. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I don't think that there was a long-lasting health impact. There's nothing that's visible to me. I didn't have some disease or, terrible malady as a result of the years that I spent in that world of no or little sleep and being poorly nourished. At the time, I was certainly not healthy. I mean, I was literally emaciated and gaunt and lacking energy and, certainly not like living and surviving on adrenaline and purpose
and cigarettes
and
coffee.
The cigarettes certainly are probably have had a long-lasting health impact, but I don't have cancer or lung problems or something. So I stopped smoking many years ago, but I think that probably had a bigger impact than anything. Knowing what I know about from all the research we did, Aaron, when we were working on doing that medical research for OTG, smoking it shortens your lifespan. It increases your length of stay in hospitals for any hospital visit. It complicates every surgery that you have. It's like it really is bad for you.
Yeah, for sure. And guys, since we have 2,200 people watching, I do want to plug Mike's book.
Good job, Aaron.
Years, and also Mark's book, Blown for Good. That is not an adult novel. That is the name of Mark's book.
Oh my goodness. Why do you always have to say that? The best part is, depending on the artwork of the site, you can't really see the 4. So it just looks like
blown good.
It just looks like blown good. And if your screen contrast or brightness is turned down, it's like blown goods on live tonight. Oh boy. Jeez.
That's amazing.
What are the kids watching these days?
All right. Heather Smith says, Aaron, you recently shared your dark secret that We Stand Tall used to be your jam. Was there ever a time when you thought David Miscavige was cool? Yes. I thought David Miscavige was a bigger, more important figure than I ever thought L. Ron Hubbard was. I was like, L. Ron Hubbard's dead. What do I care about that guy? Miscavige is clearly the one running the show. He's the one I have allegiance to. So a lot of the old timers, when Miscavige would come out with something new, old timers would bitch and complain that this wasn't what LRH wanted, and those guys would get in a lot of trouble. I was sitting over here as a young guy being like, get with the program, you dinosaurs. There's a new man in town.
You know, it's funny you say that, Aaron, because we had a bunch of those old fogies at the base, and whenever Dave would do stuff, they would say, like, if Hubbard was around, this never would happen because he never wanted this to be done. And they'd get hauled in and they'd get overhauled, but he couldn't get rid of them, so they stuck around, and they usually would pipe up every once in a while again with the same old story because they knew L. Ron Hubbard and they knew he wouldn't do this.
And I'll tell you, there's a part of me that feels like that's not an insignificant reason for why he keeps doing these new training evolutions, is to weed out the people who are not subservient to him. And, you know, again, I don't know if that's a main reason, but it just seems to me that it's at least a byproduct of he keeps doing these retraining on these new courses that change the way things were done before. And the people who complain, you're out of here. And so all you're left with is people who think the only thing that matters is what David Miscavige says. And that's how he likes it. That goes back to your answer to the first question. Like, what's his end game? He's like, I'm the king of this kingdom. And that's sort of the game.
Yep.
Okay, Mike, this is an inside joke. We won't explain it. They didn't even spell. Oh, no. Oh, they did spell it right. But yeah. Okay.
It's YSC.
Yeah.
It's not YSD.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
You'll have to Google that if you want to know, because otherwise this video is going to get taken down.
Yeah, I can't see how many chats we haven't gotten to, but we're going to go into lightning round here because we have 15 minutes left and probably a lot of chats. Yossi, I'm saying Yossi, guys. Cult Survivor here. Thank you guys for helping rid the world of this monstrous carbuncle.
It's Josie.
Is carbuncle a word?
Yes.
Wow, I've never heard that word. That's amazing.
Oh,
Thank
it's
you.
a great word.
Thank you, Yossi. It probably is Josie. It's probably Josie. Josie.
No, it is Josie. I already told you that.
Okay.
Our official pronunciation guide.
He's like, can I get the derivation?
Yeah.
Can you
use it in a sentence, please?
Okay. Hopper says, my suggestion to law enforcement: get a search warrant for every single car going in and out of each Scientology location. I'd bet they'd find Elf in one of the spare tire wells. Just saying. Yeah, you're probably right. Or in Tom Cruise's backpack, his duffel bag. He's just carrying Dave around in his duffel bag.
Fanny pack.
Ruth W says, Sea Org member missionaire Chris Scully told me about BTs in 1992. Do any of you know him?
Nope.
Don't know Chris Scully, but he was talking to people about BTs, so he probably got declared.
He might be related to Agent Scully from the X-Files.
There you go. Dunjika's back. Oh, Dunyitsa. Dunyitsa. Wow, what do you think? Is that South African?
No, it's like Slovakian or something from the Balkan region or somewhere. I don't know.
And I was right. She was born in 1977.
And I figured it was as well.
I have commenter special powers now, it seems.
And she is reading Mark's book, Blown Good.
Oh, even better.
Okay. Armin Stefanian.
We're doing that one for sure. Because I only watched a part of one of Aaron's videos today, and he used that I grew up in a cult excuse 17 times in 6 minutes.
Do you guys know what it comes from, where I got that from?
No.
On Saturday Night Live, there is a skit, an old skit with Phil Hartman, where he's playing a lawyer. And you know, lawyers will put on this show like, what do I know? And his character is a caveman who just got thawed out like 2 weeks ago. And he's come back and he got a law degree instantly. He's like, what do I know? I'm a cave. 2 weeks ago, I was frozen in Arctic ice. They just thawed me out. And it's just hilarious. That's the inspiration for, I grew up in a cult. Anyway, there you go. Okay, Skywalker says, Mike, I'm having trouble getting your book on Audible in Australia. Is that the Australia or UK flag?
Mine doesn't have a flag.
There's stars. There's stars on a lumberjack.
That's a Union Jack. That's
the Cracker
Australian.
Jack?
Australian Union Jack.
I grew up in a cult. I don't know the difference. So wait, is your audio? You said your audio book is supposed to come out in the UK, hopefully at the end of this month.
Yes. I'm still waiting to hear. And
what about Australia?
I asked, okay, so what about Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, all the other English-speaking territories? And I have not yet gotten a response. So
Okay.
as soon as I do, and as soon as I have this confirmed, I will put it all over social media, on my blog, and I'll let you know, Aaron, and you know, Mark, and
we'll promote it far and wide.
Fighting this fight now for like 4 months.
Wow. Okay, so here we go. Vanessa Lee, we stand tall, fitting by mighty midgets. You can't say midgets anymore. It's little people, isn't it?
I think it's vertically challenged is the correct nomenclature.
Thank you, Vanessa. Here we go. Mr. Rinder, Simon's section. Do you remember being at the opening of the Scientology Center in London near St. Paul's Cathedral in 2006? It was raining, and Scientologists were kind enough to hand out free umbrellas.
I certainly do.
Wow.
And I remember for 3 days prior to that, Guillaume Leserve and I were painting the stairwell in the Tottenham Court Road Test Center because we were persona non grata, and we were only allowed to come to the event because we would have been missed had we not been there. And then after that, I think was when we went back to St. Hill and then were put in the lake.
Wow.
Yikes.
Incredible.
And then you left shortly after that, like a year.
2 or 3. I don't remember what years these things were.
Mike from Denver, Steve-O, are all the books on your shelf Scientology cult related, or do you have some good smut back there?
Well, I have blown good back there.
He does. He does. I've been there. I've seen it.
Actually, most of those books are Scientology or cult related. Yes, absolutely. I mean, everybody who's written a book about Scientology, I think I have a copy of the book. And then I have a collection of all the Scientology books, all the Hubbard books, and I have various other books about other, things.
Cool. More from Mr. Spurgeon. Is Miscavige more Skeletor or more Emperor Palpatine? I don't remember Skeletor's origin story. So, but he's really more Darth Vader, honestly. Like L. Ron Hubbard would be Palpatine, and
Yoda.
Miscavige would be
bad Yoda.
He would
bad
be
Yoda.
Fun size Vader.
Yeah, fun size Vader. Well, Vader without his legs.
Linda Indrisi. Hi from Perth, Washington. Or is that Western Australia?
Western Australia.
Yes. Okay. What do you think of us never in Scientology watchers? Be honest. I think we're weird too.
I think it's amazing how many people there are that are out there supportive and participatory, and you don't have and never had a dog in the fight. It absolutely is one of the best things about what I do, and I know Aaron and Mark feel the same way. The support we get at the Aftermath Foundation, the support I get on my blog, on YouTube, wherever, from people everywhere and anywhere is just astonishing and so much appreciated.
Yeah, I think 99% of the support we get through Aftermath is from Never Ends or Scientology watchers.
Absolutely. Okay. LaDonna Dirk. Okay. Hi, LaDonna. Love watching all three of you. Mark C. Oh, okay.
There you go.
Did you ever hear of other instances of David Miscavige rummaging through desks after hours?
No, I only saw him that one time, but I just assumed that every other time he magically found something, he had done the same thing because it was too much of a coincidence.
Yeah.
And it was, it's exactly what he did.
Yeah. Okay. From Beige, is anybody helping the human trafficking case in Sydney? It's been going on for some time now. I think you're talking about Baxter Paris case, labor trafficking case. And yeah, I mean, they have lawyers.
Well, I sponsored that case.
Mike sponsored it. I submitted an affidavit of the time I chased the Keebler King to the Superpower building. And yeah, no, there's that case is, it's moving along exactly as it should be moving along at this point. There's no giant hiccups and there's plenty of help occurring. All right, Lori plays. I just adore you three. I have nothing but love and respect for each of you. Keep up the good fight.
We will.
Thank you, Lori. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's see. Are we getting close? We're getting close.
We got 4 minutes.
Jason Guest, hey, Mike, Mark, Run, do you think the FBI or any other government agencies have anybody on the inside of Scientology? And if not, why not?
No.
It's hard. I think we answered this question in another live stream, that you'd have to be the child of a Scientologist or like a second generation or something like that to be able to even get in and qualify. And it would be very odd and hard for an FBI agent to infiltrate them, just because you really have to drink the Kool-Aid, and it needs to be coursing through your veins, and you need to really believe to be able to pull off being there for any amount of time.
Yeah,
right.
For sure. Okay, we got one. Michael Rimmer.
This guy's asked this question 3 different times on 3 different chats. I'm pretty sure, at least twice.
But what does it mean? Any of you at Phoenix opening 2013 IHOP after 1 a.m.? I don't know what that means.
It means, were you at the opening of the Phoenix Ideal Org in 2013, and then after the opening, did you go to IHOP, and were you there at 1 a.m.?
That's a negative.
No,
I wasn't.
Negative.
I had already left, and Mike had already left, and I'm pretty sure Aaron had already left.
Yeah.
Were you gone in 2013?
I was declared in 2014.
Okay, but you weren't at Phoenix at an IHOP at 1 a.m.
Nope. I wasn't even
in fact, I've never been at an IHOP at 1 a.m. anywhere.
That's true. I can also honestly say that I have not as well. I think I've been to an IHOP twice in my life.
I have been at a Waffle House at 1 a.m.
Oh. There you go. There you go.
Okay.
That's often the only place open when you're driving somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah. Alt Gooba wants to know, is Tommy Davis an SP?
Yes, but he's not declared.
Exactly.
No, he's not.
Is he
he's an
SP?
According to L. Ron Hubbard.
Right. According to L. Ron Hubbard.
Well, he did leave the Sea Org.
He left the Sea Org. So
he left the Ant Base. He was sort of an Ant Base staff member. And if you leave the Ant Base as a Sea Org member, you're supposed to get declared per L. Ron Hubbard.
Right. But he has not been, because he's maintained his butt-licking, brown-nosing of David Miscavige. So,
yep.
He's also the child of 2 Scientology celebrities, so he gets a pass on that one too.
Yep.
How did L. Ron Hubbard justify the purification rundown and vitamins with chain-smoking cool cigarettes?
I have no idea.
Yeah, he made it up just like everything else.
Yep. Total craziness. Okay, Planet Earth TV. Yo, dog, I got that song, We Stand Strong. It's We Stand Tall. Stuck inside of my head. Thank you, Ron. And I say thank you in complete sarcasm. Hey, I get it. But just let it go through you.
Let it go through you.
Holy Spirit activate. We stand tall. God has a plan. Okay.
I think Aaron's done too many videos today.
Yeah,
I think that's what's happened. He's
so.
Running on a real lean mixture at this point.
Okay, so this might have to be, we're getting really close to the end here. If you listen to the COB, oh, I get it, at these IAS events talking, he speaks an awful lot, but says very little, thanks to Dan Sherman, the writer. Who writes his speeches? Dan Sherman. And how come all the lemmings buy this nonsense? That you could ask. It's a good question. I just finished Blown for Good, narrating Mark. I just finished BFG. Good writing, narrating Mark.
Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah. Just wait for the second book whenever it comes. Okay. Bella, always been confused about Sea Org. Are Sea Org staff actually working on ships? Are they big ships? Are they safe? You 3 are amazing. Thank you. Only one ship, but they still call it the Sea Org just because it used to all be on ships. 2
ships. They have one little baby ship too.
That doesn't count. They use that for like excursions and stuff.
That's a boat.
Okay. I'm going over to my channel.
Right.
All right, we'll see you over there in just a second.
Bye.
Okay. Jen, the answer to your question is I will be doing a reaction video tomorrow that you will enjoy. Okay. So let's see. Here's one. Another one from Simon. After the event and presentation, I left at the back parking lot and I noticed 2 green Range Rovers with black tinted windows. Any chance higher ups or celebrities were inside?
Yes.
Yeah, there was a chance. You mean like inside the cars at the exact moment you walked by them? There's always a chance. Okay, let's see. William Tubb, dudes, when will Claire get her own channel? She is so much more photogenic and interesting than you yeehoos.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree with that. You have to ask Claire.
Yeah, but I think Claire probably would enjoy more just being on Mark's channel with Mark than having her own separate channel. You know?
Yeah, she's also kind of busy.
Yeah, Claire's
she not
very
only
busy.
has 2 businesses, she has 3 boys.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. We've got one. Oh, you know what? We actually do have to jump. Let's have this be our last one. Someone should pressure Scientology to use their vast empty real estate holdings and financial resources to house and support the homeless, force their humanitarian hand. If they had any common sense, they would do this on their own. Like, that's an actual way to help. You know, it wouldn't cost them hardly anything. Maybe there'd be some liability issues on letting people into these buildings, but honestly, at some point, Miscavige has got to realize that it actually would be beneficial to do real help for people. I mean, eventually, I don't know. Any chance of that ever happening, Mike?
No,
not really.
It's antithetical to the fundamental principles of Scientology. You know, we help the able become more able.
It's true.
Don't reward down stats, blah, 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 blah.
It's true. Guys, the moment I hit end broadcast, this is going to redirect to Mark's channel to do part 2. If you're having fun so far, join us over there. We'll see you over there in about 5 seconds. Bye-bye.